is about memories of Year 5.
Yes. It takes you after our first idea of how to do this went wrong, and instead we've just decided to turn it into kind of a Q&A that's already been planned out.
So hopefully we'll get it done quickly.
Yeah.
And
like
everything will be in there that we've already talked about, right? So
if there was a script, which there kind of is, but not for me, but what for my mum is going to ask, it's only about one small notebook page long. Well, maybe about 3/4 of a notebook page long, because about 1/4 of the page it has doodles on it. But
George, can we get started now?
Yes, sure.
Excellent.
Nice.
So first of all, about Year 5, George.
Yep.
It's been a really, really tough time the last few months, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But
it's
before
fine
that,
now because we've got new sofas.
yeah. And before that, when you were at school, you had a nice time, or you had a dodgy time? Did you like Year 5?
I loved Year 5. It was good.
I'm very glad. So we're going to talk about some of your favourite things, aren't we?
Yes.
And some of the things that we talked about when we were out for a walk, they were great. We were out for 3/4 an hour and we didn't stop talking.
We were. What?
It was really good. So tell me, one of your favourite things, you said one of your favourite things was how you did maths.
Oh, of course, yes. One of the many ways that math done thing, yes. Coordinates. Coordinates was amazing. Didn't do it much, but there was also mirrors. I only remembered that though because we had to do a bit of mirrors on the on one of our most recent worksheets.
The homeschooling things.
Yes.
Yeah, reflection, didn't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
reflection. Mirrors.
So you loved the coordinates thing. Why
Yes.
did you like it?
Coordinates. Well, it was not entirely coordinates. It was coordinates in the style of an orientation map thing, right? Map orientation, whatever it's called.
And you did.
And then the mirrors. The mirrors was kind of a sort of coordinates because you had to draw what something would be. Like there'd be a kind of red kind of dot / line, line in between, and you'd have to figure out like if there was one here and like the mirror was here, then its reflection would be about here.
And you had to work it all out.
Yeah.
Excellent. And we were doing that. You're right. We were doing that with the homeschooling. No wonder you looked happy doing that. So let me go on to another thing. You talked to me about the fun run as well.
Ah, yes, the fun run. That was quite entertaining. I don't entirely remember if we did it this year, but I'm pretty sure that we did, which is why we brought it up. Yeah. Fun run was quite nice. Starts off, we had to... Did my foot just make a...
Yes, you just clicked.
Yes. But back to what I was saying, we all arrived at Saltwell Park. A lot of other schools in our area were there. I don't know where, somewhere lost in the crowd. You know the Metro Centre, right? I'm pretty sure they have a few, I'm pretty sure they have like a mascot. Well, mascots. With the Metro Gnomes.
Right, okay.
It's a play on word for metronome. Isn't a metronome like something... I don't know, I've forgotten what a metronome
It keeps the time in music. Tick, tick, tick,
yes.
tick.
Yes. Actually, to be honest, that makes sense because, like, I'm sure there were a few of them there. Big stage in the middle. I could hear music playing from there.
That makes a lot of sense.
Everyone was just sitting down on a large carpet for a while until eventually the fun run started. There's been 2 types of fun run that I've done in the past. It's the Saltwell Park ones. I don't even know if it classified as a fun run, but I'm going to say it's a fun run because it was running and it was fun. So, the second one is just around the field a bunch of times. One good memory that I had of one of the field ones was, I think I made it around maybe 14, 12 or something. I'd be going a bit overboard if I said 21 or 4. 21 or 4, no, 24. I don't think that would... Either way, I did a lot of laps, and the reason why a few people did even more was because I did it without a break. And yes, on my last few, I was literally just walking. But
And were you shattered with it?
I was
it
quite shattered,
really
yes.
hard work?
To be honest, the closest thing to a break that I had would be having a drink whilst running. I also had to make sure not to use up too much because it was limited amount. You know what? Limited amount. That's given me a memory from yet another place. We're gonna get back to the Year 5 stories. I'm not sure if this was Year 5, but I think it was. Sports Day. Sports Day. Yeah. That didn't end out quite well because it was like a really hot day. I mean, yes, it's nice to have a hot and sunny day, but this was a bit too hot. People were scrambling for a place with cover, and our only source of water when everyone had finished their drinks was slowly making it to the centre where there was like this big thing kind of covering the sun up with a big water tank.
Which reminds me, I forgot because we talked about it. Bocce? Boccia.
You know what? Now that I'm saying, but because I said limited, I was mainly attempting to point out. I'm not sure if it was actually doing the fun run or if it was one of the things that kind of happened during one of the practice for fun run things. But for some reason, I dumped most of my flavoured water onto the ground, and I didn't know why.
Oh, we won't even think about that. Because why would you do that? Because that's not a great memory, throwing your water down when you needed it. But,
okay, but
you were telling me about boccia.
Yes, boccia. It's a nice sport. You basically sit down on a chair. You've got a few of these ball things. There's either red or blue, right? And there's two teams, as I said, red and blue. There's also a singular white one that's positioned in the middle of each court, I'd say. Essentially, the goal is to get one of the... essentially, the two teams... The main goal is to attempt to get the ball that you've been given, the 3 balls that you've been given. You've got to attempt to get them closer to the white ball than any others. And if you think that you can't get it far enough, attempt to knock the close enemy ones out of the way. Because you've just got to try and make sure your team wins by getting, blue or red ones closest to the white one.
And do you know where the sport came from?
No.
I'm not sure. I thought, in my head it's an Indian Asian game, but I'm not entirely sure. But
you're thinking of Poketok for like the Mayans.
Maybe you're right actually, because that was a good thing that you did, your Mayan project.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Well, what next?
One more thing, right? You're going to talk about the lights at the school performance.
Yes, of course. This was the one that I'd originally started off with on the original one, but it kind of failed. Still got a bonus one that I still need to tell after all of this, like a few of the others.
Tell us about the lights.
Yeah, but essentially, it was nice. I was told that I'd work the lights for the school performance, and I'm like, seems quite good. Now I wasn't given much information on how to work the lights, apart from big circuit board thing with wires connecting to these 2 light things. The ones kind of like, I don't know, maybe these ones are like the ones, like the white ones or something. And then there's like the yellow ones, the orange ones. One of the orange ones broke.
Hey ho.
It would take ages to get the light working again, and I'm not sure if it even worked for the official performance.
So what did you have to do?
Well, I had to set the lighting and the mood for each part of it, and a few times I'd successfully made a good night scene kind of bright things, only using the white ones, which would point to the direct centre. But essentially, there was like the final part. There was a song that kind of ended with a very, very small portion from the "Joy to the World" song. Each time it would say "Joy to the World" with like the last 3 lines were "Joy to the World." So I decided that every time this would happen, I'd light up one part of the crowd, and it worked for one of the performances. But on the official performance, I literally forgot which one it was, because this final "Joy to the World" part was disguised as an ordinary song. So I kind of missed out on the great idea that I'd made. that was funny, but yeah, that was quite nice.
You were very proud.
Yeah, I was. I really was.
And when
Even got a special mention.
Yeah.
That was quite nice. What else is there?
You were going to go back to a story very quickly because we're going to have to come to a close soon.
Oh yes, like a few of the other stories that I mentioned, which I wasn't sure if they actually happened in Year 5. This is another one which I'm not sure happened in Year 5. Essentially, word got around the school that there was this was
I can't help you here because I don't know this story.
Yeah, but hold on. So it was a missing of Star Award, but Star Award was something that only happened in the infant school. So did someone think that there was going to be a Star Award assembly in the junior school?
Oh, I know this. Chinese Whispers, yeah.
Yeah. Essentially, you know that game, Chinese Whispers, where someone says something and it gets messed up? So pretty much, yeah, I'm pretty sure this was in the junior school. First few days of junior school, though, because someone thought that there was going to be a Star Award assembly, but those were only exclusive to the infant school, not the junior school. But essentially, word got around that there was a Star Wars assembly because someone had not realised that Star Award assemblies didn't happen in the junior school, and thought there was going to be a Star Award assembly, and then got word to the people who he thought wasn't aware about the Star Award assembly, because he wasn't aware that they stopped doing those as soon as you enter the junior school. But the Chinese Whispers started from a misunderstanding that Star Award assembly don't happen in the junior school, and then eventually the misunderstanding was also misunderstood, and there was a message going through that there was going to be a Star Wars assembly, and I wasn't entirely convinced, but when we went down into the hall, it was I actually for a second thought there was going to be a Star Wars assembly, because instead of putting the usual music on, they accidentally turned an alarm sound on and immediately changed it to what they wanted it to be. So I was actually for a second convinced that there was going to be a Star Wars assembly. Yes. That was a nice day. But
we're gonna finish up with things now. Have you got anything that you'd like to say about Year 5?
Yeah, Year 5's been quite nice. I've enjoyed it mostly, and yeah.
Looking forward to Year 6? Seeing your friends?
Yeah.
New teachers?
Yes.
Being back in school?
Yes, absolutely brilliant.
Excellent. I'm very glad of it. So I'm going to turn off now. You're going to say goodbyes.
Alright. Goodbye. Have a good day. And yeah, other things.